little sugar buggers, welcome back to the channel. So today we're gonna go ahead and do a little something that has been seriously very much needed. We're gonna go ahead and give the Sims 4 Get Together house a brand new renovation. So if you guys don't remember, there was once upon a time where Roci and Kaleb kind of had a pretty nice house and they really enjoyed it, but unfortunately and financially things just got too out of hand. So we went ahead and purchased a really small starter and expanded it as we went along. Now that starter that we started with is kind of getting to be just a little too tight, and we definitely need a little additional space. So what I decided to do was save up, which we did. We have about $7,500, and I put as much of the money into the home as I possibly could in order to make it larger, and also so if Roci and Kaleb decide to have another little baby, hopefully a girl, cross your fingers, that they will have the room for that. Also, with Kaleb being in the athletic career, he does need space for a gym or somewhere where he can put his workout equipment, and honestly, we just don't have any of the space whatsoever. Now, I know a lot of you know me. I love to go big or I love to go home, and I know that the biggest thing is the financial part. We still don't have a lot of money in our income. With even Roci working now and trying to become a doctor, it's still very restricted, and the very last thing that we have any business doing is making more babies just to cause to the problem. But you know what? I mean, YOLO, right? You only live once. When you live in a virtual world, anything can happen, and it's what they want. It's their dream come true, just to have a pretty big family. And I'm actually kind of surprised by Roci because there was once upon a time where they didn't even know if they were going to stay together or be together, and their relationship has almost blossomed into such a meaningful one where they're absolutely in love and they're raising this family. They have two beautiful boys and hopefully a new addition to come soon. And I just am really loving how this family turned from, obviously they get together, the party scene, Guido style, to settling down a house in the hills or house in the prairie. And just, I don't know, I'm talking a whole bunch of nonsense, but you get what I'm trying to say. When renovating this house, it was definitely a difficult task, but I think that I kind of figured it all out. Now, I only just moved the boys' rooms upstairs and added in a spare bathroom that we also really need, because in the morning, everybody is trying to run to that extra bathroom, and it just causes a bunch of problems. Playing around with the roof, I quickly decided that this was not going to work out for me, and I went back and renovated that too, because this house, no matter which way you renovate it, you cannot put that kind of a roof. You have to keep these kind of gable roofs, I think is what they're called. You have to. It keeps the aesthetic alive, So I tried really hard to try something different, but then I went and put it in there. We also have some other space, as you guys can see. It's a little bit of a cutout, but we have more space to put in another 2 rooms, technically, or expand out the living room area. Went ahead and finished up some of the paneling, even added some other different types of flat walls just to give it a little extra dimension. Now, I'm really happy how much room we are bringing to this house. I actually took Kaleb and Roci's room, put it over there where I think Luca's room used to be. It's definitely a tight squeeze, but they don't really need a lot of space, and the main goal was to kind of use as much space as we possibly have in the house, and more or less than worrying about Roci and Kaleb's room. So I decided to just demolish the old room that Kaleb and Roci shared, and so I could actually have just a little more space for the living room area and make it more of an open flow. Because when you walked into the house originally, it's very small, it's very cramped, very functional. But again, we are trying to expand this home, take it from a starter into a nice family traditional house. There's still a ton of work that needs to be done. This home is nowhere near complete, but at the end of everything, you can quickly see that we just don't have any more funds to continue. But I think it's going to be exciting. It's definitely a fix up a project, something that we're going to be continuously working on, but I really wanted to record it for you because I thought it'd be interesting to see how I changed this home from one thing to another and on the limited funds. I am loving fixer-upper homes and just watching the shows and getting inspiration from primarily building in The Sims 4. That's really all that it is, and it also low-key makes me want a house of my very own, so I kind of get a little bit jealous, but hey, that's that's my prerogative, I don't know if you guys get like that. I'm like, damn, why do they have to have such a pretty house? I want a bathtub, I don't have a bathtub. I have a stand-up shower. Really sucks when you go into Lush, let me just tell you. But I wanted to also make, or kind of start making a backyard for the boys. With Romeo becoming more of a tween. He's not exactly a teenager and he's not exactly a kid anymore. He's going to really start wanting to, have friends over and kind of enjoying a more adult space. So I didn't actually make over the boys' rooms or anything. That's another thing that I really wanted to do. Take out some of the old stuff and add in some of the brand new kids room stuff, but we'll do that again a little bit later on. This is definitely one of many renovations to this home, but my biggest goal in life in The Sims has been to have a house that we can continue to add on and build on. I think that is so important, especially when you have a family that's grown up in a certain space. I think just to kind of take that space and grow with the family and grow with it is really cool, and it just has more of a personal feeling. That's how I feel. I don't really love just taking homes from the gallery every time that we need to change our shell. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but that's just me. So there's a little extra space here kind of underneath the stairwell. I have no idea what we could use that for. If you know, let me know in the comments down below. Also, let me know of any other future suggestions on what you think we could do to this house to make it even better and bigger. Keep in mind, if we do have another child at some point, which we should probably save just a little bit more, we'll need to add in a couple extra rooms for that as well. Now, if you're wondering about how much the bills come to, they're only $1,000, as where prior to the renovations, they were $730. So it's a little bit of an increase, but it's nowhere near like the old house where I think it was over 13,000, no, 13, not 13,000, 1,300, or possibly I think it even went up to $3,000. I don't know. It was just totally intangible, and Roci wasn't even working. So, it's just the way the cookie crumbles. So we're finishing up adding in the old furniture and just kind of moving it around a little bit. I think, as you guys can see, we just have a lot more space, even more so for entertaining, and we're actually able to add in a fourth chair so that everybody can dine around the table nicely. I was going to go ahead and put in the little dance mat, but I decided that Roci would probably kill Kaleb if he did that, so I left that bad boy outside. And I'm also thinking of possibly starting a garden soon, just for some extra dinero. So I hope you guys enjoyed this renovation. If you did, give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments down below where the sun doesn't shine. And like the usual, I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.